I love the Spicery and I love their subscription boxes. Ooh. Hello Explorers, Kita the Explorer here, and today I am back with another cooking experience. It is so great when you can bring travel into your home by trying new foods from different cultures. Today I have tried food from this culture before and I've cooked it at home, but this is a different recipe that I have never tried before that I got from the Spicery, of course, because I love the Spicery and I love their subscription boxes. Today we're going to be cooking Mexican mole Rosa and Ensalada de Frutas. Let's get started with this cooking experience. But first, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it so you'll be notified when all of my videos are released. Videos are released on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And on my channel, I talk about all things travel photography and a little bit about the environment. It's free, so please go ahead and subscribe. And now let's get into this cooking experience with this Mexican recipe from the Spicery. So as always, the meal comes with the recipe card. On the front, you have the details. Inside, you have the steps. On the back, you have the ingredients. So obviously I have already looked at the ingredients because I have to buy what I need. And a little bit about this meal, it has 2 out of 5 peppers, so it's really low spice. It takes 45 minutes to prep, 1 hour and 10 minutes to cook, and it serves 4 people and weighs 38 grams. And it is in Mexico. Mole is the name for a sauce made predominantly of nuts, spices, and chilies, as well as a range of other ingredients from fruit and vegetables to seeds and even chocolate. This version is known as the mole Rosa and comes from a town called Taxco in the state of Guerrero, south central Mexico. The mole is traditionally cooked with pink colored pine nuts, which gives the sauce its rose colored hue, sometimes with beetroot added to accentuate the color further. Dessert is Ensalada de Frutas, a Mexican take on a fruit salad, layered up with whipped cream, caramelized nuts, toasted seeds, and topped with a Flor de Jamaica hibiscus syrup. Now let's get into the spices that we have inside this box. First is the free sample, which is Jalfrezi blend, and the rest of these spices we will be using in today's meal. You have the mole Rosa spices, the seed blend, the dessert blend, rose petals, Pico de Gallo blend, hibiscus, and whole spices. Now let's head on over to see what ingredients you will need for this meal. Let's go. Okay, this is what we will need for today's meal. You'll need 4 chicken breasts or turkey breast steaks, which I have over here. They don't mention how much it should weigh, so hopefully this works out. You'll need 1 large onion, 3/4 of it should be roughly chopped, and 1/4 should be finely chopped. You'll need 2 garlic cloves, and as you know, I always use this for garlic. Then you'll also need 2 small beetroots, peeled and coarsely grated. And then you'll need 2 avocados, thinly sliced, 25 grams of coriander, finely chopped, which I haven't done yet, but this is where it will be. Oops. You'll need 2 bananas, peeled and thickly sliced. The person who brought my groceries only brought literally 1 banana, so that's what we have to work with. And then you'll need 200 grams of tropical fruit. That could be papaya, pineapple, guava, mango, cut into bite-sized pieces. I have not cut the fruit up, so I have 2 mangoes here and pineapple. I love pineapple, so I will have all of that. You'll also need 2 limes, and then you'll need 100 milliliters of double or whipping cream or dairy-free alternatives, so that's what I have here. And you'll also need 110 grams of sugar, which I need to grab, and 75 grams of pine nuts or flaked almonds. So this is what I could find. And lastly, you need rice to serve, which I will not cook today, and black beans to serve. That is optional. And I ordered black beans, but the person did not bring them. So let's get to cooking. The first step is for the toasted seeds. You're going to toast the seed blend that was provided to you in the subscription box in a dry pan for 2 minutes or until the seeds turn a few shades darker. then leave to one side. Up next is for the caramelized pine nuts. You're going to toast 25 grams pine nuts or almonds in a dry pan for 2 minutes or until golden brown. Then you'll stir in 2 teaspoons sugar and half of the dessert blend spices given to you. Then cook for 2 minutes or until the sugar has first turned to liquid and then caramelize. Pour onto a plate and leave to cool. And make sure you only use half of the dessert blend spices. As you can see here, I poured in the whole thing and you're going to need the other half for something else, but it is not detrimental if you make that mistake. Up next is for the Flor de Jamaica syrup. You're going to boil 150 milliliters water with the remaining 100 grams sugar and hibiscus spices for 5 minutes or until the liquid has reduced by 2/3 and become thick and syrupy. Then strain, discarding the hibiscus, and leave to one side. I ended up cutting up the fruit for this meal the next day and did not record it, but I just want to let you know step 4 is for the Ensalada de Frutas or fruit salad. You're going to mix the bananas and the tropical fruit that you picked out with the juice of 1 lime and the remaining dessert blend spices and leave to one side. See, I told you you're going to have to use it again, but again, it's not detrimental and you will see. Step 5 is for the Mexican mole rosa. You're going to fry the roughly chopped onion and whole spices in 2 tablespoons oil for 10 minutes or until the onion is soft and beginning to brown. And for oil, I use olive oil, but it does not specify what oil to use. Next up is for the Pico de Gallo. You're going to mix the finely chopped onion with the tomatoes, 3/4 of the coriander, the juice of the remaining lime, the Pico de Gallo blend spices, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Leave to one side. For step 7, we are headed back to the Mexican mole rosa. You're going to stir the beetroot, remaining 50 grams pine nut, 300 milliliters water, and 3/4 teaspoon salt into the softened onion, then cover and simmer for 15 minutes or until the beetroot is tender. Okay, the last step is for the Mexican mole rosa. And first you're going to sprinkle half teaspoon salt over the chicken breast, then fry them in 2 tablespoons oil for 5 minutes on each side or until cooked around the edges. Try not to let the chicken brown too much. Then we're going to blend the softened beetroot mixture, discarding the whole spices, but leaving the whole chipotle chilies in with the mole rosa spices to a smooth sauce, adding a splash of water if necessary. Pour the sauce over the chicken and then cover and simmer for 10 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. Okay, explorers, I have finished the Mexican mole rosé and Ensalada de Frutas meal. And so now it's time for the taste test. Now, you know, as usual, I meal prep. So I have my meals for lunches throughout the week. And that's what I'm doing here. So some stuff is not fully prepped, like the rice. I like my rice cooked fresh. So I'll make that during the week. And like I said, they didn't bring the black beans, so I don't have that. But let's go ahead and test each of these items. First off, this is the Flor de Jamaica syrup. And I put saran wrap in here because I did not want it to stain my container. And, ooh, that, I did not expect for it to taste like that at all. That is really good. So this syrup will go on top of the fruit, which is considered the dessert. And the fruit is the Ensalada de Frutas. I did not mix up the fruit salad because it's late and I did not feel like chopping pineapples and mangoes. And I started chopping the mango and I was like, I just don't feel like doing this. So I'll do this when I make my lunch tomorrow. I chop up the fruit, but this syrup will go on top of the fruit salad. And this is really good. Now here we have the Pico de Gallo, and I've had this in Mexican restaurants and I never knew how they made it. It looks pretty obvious, but pretty simple. So I'm gonna taste a little bit of this. It tastes exactly how I expect it to taste. I'll show you the mole in a minute, but this is the avocado, which you will put on top of the chicken, the mole, which I'll show you here shortly. And here is the mole Rosa. And let's put on the finishing touches. You'll put on the remaining coriander on top of the mole, and you will put the rose petals on top, which I'll do once I sit this down because I don't want to spill it. But here's this. So let me put the rose petals on. So here's the finished look of the mole Rosa with the rose petals on top. It smells good. Let's dig in and taste it. Okay. That tastes good, actually. I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be spicier than what it was. I thought they were lying. But here's the toasted seeds that I will put on top of my fruit salad once I make it. And also the caramelized pine nuts, or in my case, I had sliced almonds. They're in here, which will also go on top of the fruit salad. So that fruit salad is about to be really good. And also on top of the fruit salad, you'll put some of the whipped cream on top. So I will now insert a clip of my meal that I have completely put together for my lunch. So I hope you enjoyed this wonderful Mexican excursion from my kitchen. And again, if you're interested in a box from the Spicery, you can click on the link down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and your social media networks. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.